Welcome back to the channel. It is Kay, your spiritual witch, your astrologer, numerologist and all-round friend. So we're coming up to the final eclipse for 2021, which will be in Sagittarius. And sometimes I find that these eclipses at the end of the year are the most powerful and the most interesting, especially as it can give a flavour for the following year. So I've got 4 things that I want to share with you that I think that you should know. The first thing is that this eclipse that's happening is actually going to be a south node eclipse. If you can see that horseshoe that I've circled here. So the eclipse is happening here with the sun and moon at 12 degrees into Sag, and it's right near the south node. Why is this key? A south node eclipse is an eclipse where it's about release, letting go. So quite often things can depart or leave our life. Quite often we can depart or leave situations, people, places or things. And quite often this is where we get what I call karmatic payout. Now, don't freak out when I say karmatic payout or payback, because people often think that karma is a bad thing. It's not. And if you check the link below, I've given you an example of how I had a karmatic south node eclipse, and so did my family member, and it was actually very, very positive. So if you've been vibing high, if you've been doing what you should do, sometimes a south node eclipse is, even though it's about release and letting go and departure, something positive can actually happen. So something removes itself and something brand new just comes in just like that. The second thing to note about this eclipse is we've got, I'll circle it here, a stellium of energy. Okay, we've got a stellium of Sag energy. So what this means is when we've got 3 planets or more under the influence of a particular sign. So you can see we've got the sun and the moon here, and we've got Mercury, all 3 of them under the sign of Sagittarius. So why is this key? Whenever we have a stellium happen around a full or new moon, or generally in a transit, it indicates that that area of life for that person where the stellium is in their chart is key. Now here it's showing in the 12th house. Yeah. Now for you and for me and for the cat down the road and everybody else in the world, where this stellium happens will depend on where Sagittarius rules in your chart. That's the first thing to say. This is just a general chart that I've pulled based on universal time, you know. So for example, Sagittarius for me is definitely not in my 12th house. Yeah. So for you it could be your 8th, your 7th, your 9th, or wherever. It really does depend. But the key thing is that we've got the stellium, and the stellium is Sagittarius's energy vibrating very, very, you know, highly in that part of your life. Sagittarius is the sign of freedom, adventure, new beginnings, philosophy, how we view life. Sag is a very mutable energy that likes to flow through life as well. So this energy will be vibrating highly wherever Sagittarius rules in your chart. So this eclipse, you could say, has an energy of letting go with the south node, yeah, what we've got here, and departure, but also some kind of freedom and adventure coming through with Sagittarius energy in the stellium. Now the 3rd planet that's forming the stellium is Mercury, which is here. Yeah. Now Mercury is the planet of communication, thoughts, thinking, learning, and short distance travel. Let me speak properly. So this energy could be vibrating as well as part of this eclipse. You could have some communication coming in, some new ideas. You could be starting to learn something new. You could be starting to do short travel again. This could all vibrate as well. The 3rd thing is we've got down here these 2 planets having a really deep conversation. We've got Venus and Pluto in conjunction. Now a conjunction means when 2 planets are sat side by side within a tight degree. They're really close together, normally within 8 degrees. And as you can see, we've got Venus, the purple planet. So we just put V here. She's at 22 degrees into the sign of Capricorn. And down here we've got Pluto. Yeah, he's at 25 degrees into the sign of Capricorn. So they are within 3 degrees of each other. This is a tight conjunction, tightish, you could say. And the planet energies are essentially talking to each other. So Pluto is about transformation and slow change. Venus, to keep it very general, is about love, our connection to what we want and our desires, money, beauty, art. So these 2 planets are having a conversation, Venus plus Pluto, about transforming our desires, transforming what it is that we're connected to, transforming our money, love, art, beauty, however it resonates. But to keep it general, it is an energy of transforming our connection and our desires. Now, where this will happen in your life, how this transformation around your desires and transformation around your connection to what you want happens will depend again on where Capricorn, the sign here, rules in your chart, what house of life or what area of life it will vibrate in. But it's a key thing to note, because under this eclipse, for some of us, there could be some big transformation around what we're connected to and what we desire. Positive or negative can happen, of course, depends on what your karmatic payout is for you personally, but it is a big energy having these two planets have a conversation with each other. The fourth thing to note is this planet here. We've got Saturn. So we'll just put Saturn here. Saturn is under the influence of Aquarius, which we can see here at 9 degrees, which we can see here, which is a good thing, because Saturn is a traditional ruler for Aquarius. Now, Saturn is a planet of withdrawal and holding back and lesson learning. And he is going to be having a conversation with our moon up here, Mercury Energy, because they are going to form a sextile. Oops. Excuse me, let me just plug this in. That message has come up about my battery. The last thing I want is for it to cut out for you guys. So let me just plug this in. Okay, so yeah, they're going to have a conversation about, you know, balance, because this is masculine and feminine. You've got Saturn, which is masculine energy. Yeah, so you've got masculine. And you've got the feminine energy of the moon. So they're going to talk about, you know, balance. Saturn wants to withdraw, wants to hold back, wants to give you lessons to learn. The moon wants to be receptive, wants to be nurturing, wants to be caring. So they're two different opposite energies, you could say, but they're coming together and they're saying, okay, we're going to have a slight conversation, and the sextile is slight harmony. It's not like great harmony, but they're saying, okay, we're going to be cool, we're going to have a conversation, and we're going to find some middle ground and some balance. And ultimately, what I feel this could be to do with, when I look at these two planets together, could be around challenges that we've had throughout 2021. Now, it has been a challenging year, but with this aspect here under the energy of an actual eclipse, to me as an astrologer, it's showing me that for some of us, there could be some kind of release, because it's a South Node eclipse, around challenges that we've had, and the moon's impact of care and nurture and femininity coming in is kind of easing up Saturn's hard challenges, Saturn's hard lesson learning, Saturn's hard withdrawal. So she is helping him to find middle ground, if you like. So those are the four things that I really wanted to share with you when I looked at the chart generally and what the planets are doing for under this eclipse. And it is wonderful energy, and because of the nature of the eclipse, as I mentioned, as it's happening up here in the South Node area, you know, it's not the North Node here where this is our direction, it's over here, which is our South Node. It is about release and letting something go. Yeah, and you've got, you know, with this conjunction here, with the transformation of what we want, what we desire, and with Mercury's input with the stellium, and also with Saturn here having a conversation with the moon, saying, okay, let's find some common ground. I do feel that there's going to be a lot of release for some of us with challenges. I do feel that for some of us, we're going to be more connected to what it is that we want, and there's going to be some transformation around what it is that we want. And with Mercury's input, you know, it's about our ideas, how we think, how we communicate, how we show up in the world as well, which is playing a big part of this eclipse energy. So that's basically it. Now, for what I've actually done as well, for some of you who really enjoy this stuff, I have gone over to Patreon. And the reason why I have done this is because I know that in a video I can only say so much, and there are people out here who want to look at their personal chart. So in order to help you guys with that, if I can pull this up, let me see if it will allow me to pull this up. There we go. I managed to pull it up for you guys. So for those of you who really enjoy this stuff, I wanted to spend more time with you where I've got different levels of membership. For those of you who really enjoy the new and full moon stuff like what I've just talked about here, I've got the moon lovers and manifestors. And so basically each month from January to December 2022, we'll look at the full and new moon energy, which includes a detailed reading, the aspects and what's going on around that time and how you can apply this to your own chart. I will actually teach you this so you can see it for yourself. You can ask me questions and we can have a discussion about this. For those of you who like the transit stuff, who want to know about retrograde, what's going to happen when, I don't know, the sun forms an aspect with, I don't know, Jupiter, for example. Those of you who really enjoy the aspect stuff and more deeper things, there is here the stargazers, the sky and stargazers and manifestors membership here, where I will go through each month a key planet retrograde, a key planet transit and a key planet aspect. Yeah, so 3 things I will look at and how you can apply this to your own chart. So that is there for you. For those of you who just want to, you know, learn a little bit about an astrology topic, like I posted a video on how to read a birth chart really, really quickly. You know, I'm going to post up a kind of educational video or educational exercise, if you like, so you can learn about astrology techniques. For those of you who might want to just know about astrology techniques, there's that membership here for you, and I called it Astrology Nerd. So there's different levels, you know. I know that some people might prefer some things over other things, and for those of you who want access to absolutely everything that I share, then you've got the VIP astrology lover access to everything. And if you look at the link below on Patreon, you can spend some time looking at yourself. You can see that you get access to absolutely everything. And if you're someone who just enjoys the teacup readings, astrology readings, tarot readings that I do, and you just want to, you know, show a little bit of love and give a little bit of gratitude, then of course there's a Patreon membership there for you guys who may enjoy that as well, who may want to do that. You don't necessarily have to be really deep into the astrology, but you may enjoy the free readings that I give to you, whether it's a tarot reading, an astrology reading or a teacup reading. So that's it, guys. I'm not going to spend too long in this video. I'm going to probably do another one where I talk about each level of membership in a bit more detail. The purpose of this video really was for me to go through with you the energies and the top 4 things for the eclipse that's coming up, the final one for 2021. I hope there was something interesting there for you. Please give the video a like. Thank you for all your shares, your likes and your comments. Drop me a comment. What do you think is going to happen to you? What are you letting go of under this eclipse? You know, is there something that you know is definitely coming to an end? How does this resonate for you? Please subscribe if you haven't already, if something here resonates for you, and I will see you in the next reading. See you later, guys. Take care.